just the thing about stocks, in my opinion, is that I don't do stocks. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, I'm just saying what I don't do. Because long-term stocks only get you 8 or 9%. And let's say you buy shares. Let's say you buy shares in Pepsi, or let's say you buy shares in whatever, Tesla, whatever it is. Those stocks are $100, $200. So even if you put in 1,000, you only own 5. So if it goes up 10%, relatively, you didn't make that much money. Where like a Warren Buffett buys 100,000 shares, he goes up 10%, he made 10, 15 million. So it's different. I like real estate because on a bad day I make 20%. On a regular day, we do probably 400, 500% a year because we're flippers. So, there's different things that you could do, but I think it's good to learn stocks because you learn about the exchanges or you learn about investing in companies. But I think that don't close your mind to real estate is all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say. And don't think that it's too hard.
Right.
There's 3 of y'all. Y'all could get something today. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, wow, we making 30% on our money. And
no, my mind isn't close to real estate. And I feel like this conversation was kind of like confirmation for me. I'm actually really appreciating this conversation.
I appreciate y'all.
The crazy part is this is kind of, we all just had some confirmation, and then for him to come in and have this conversation, it gives us more confirmation.
That's dope. But you know what else too? But you gotta remember, we got an audience, right? So the audience, some of the people tuning in is that are gonna see this on YouTube or later. This is gonna be their first experience to y'all, to me, to us, and we gotta remember that we talking to them too, because some of them are not as fortunate as you guys. Like Mica said, she has a house. You know what I'm saying? Like even after a bankruptcy, some people are getting ready to head towards bankruptcy, and they don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Dontae's like, oh, I got my, whatever I do this, I got my house. There's people who aren't even homeowners yet. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, or they can't have a conversation. They didn't get far enough where they could say, I put my daughter on as a co-signer. They don't even have credit. They don't have a credit card. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to all of this. And I'm gonna listen. So hold up. Let me ask, because we're gonna document this. Do any of y'all own investment property right now?
Yeah, I do. One.
You own one. You own one. All right. So Kapri, we gotta get you a rental. We gotta get you a rental before the end of this year. Let's try that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So then we'll get back. We'll talk and we'll make sure that happens. And then that means now Dontae and Mica, we gotta get you like at least another 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's my goal. I want 2 this year. I've actually been looking. I've been trying at least 2 this year. I've been I don't know. I've been looking. It's a hard market out here right now.
Let's talk, because this is the best real estate market for investors that has been in like 20 years. Or since the last boom, just the last bubble, 2006, 14, 15 years.
I mean, I don't know how it is there, but in Oklahoma, it's just not like a whole lot of houses available.
So maybe my man step outside Oklahoma.
Yeah, we got to talk nationwide. Like that's why I came to Texas.
About a property in Philadelphia. Y'all don't live in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'll say this. Everywhere I invest in some other places, I always keep a property for myself. Like, because I got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I always got to be able to, get in and out. But I never really had any real interest in being in Philly until I saw the market. And then I had somebody bring me in. And listen, let me not say it like I'm like, oh, I'm so comfortable with everything in life. How did I get comfortable? I was in a circle, and one of my friends was like Philly, and another friend, and another friend, and I had one friend that I really trusted, and he had money, and he was like, oh, why not? And we was like, all right, let's do it. And then it was like pennies on the dollar, and then it blew up. And now we know how to scout these properties. Maybe it's not OKC, but maybe there's something that, and maybe you've covered everything correctly in it. Maybe it's time to leave that market. Or maybe there's another way to go about it that maybe you're not privy to. It just maybe. Last year, I learned about wholesaling. I've been in real estate like 14, 15 years. I just learned about wholesaling last year. I killed it with wholesaling last year. And it was just something new. And now I have this thing where it's called a house hack. We would never say that on TV. I would never give away that trick. But basically, I give people free houses. and I charge them $5,000 for the favor. And I got 70 clients right now lining up to try to get them. I can't find those houses fast enough. But you get a whole free house. Free house. It's free. But anyway, so there's different things. Even me, I'm learning. You might be able to do that in OKC. You just don't know who to call and what to say.
Yeah. And I actually learned about wholesaling a while ago at a real estate seminar. And I thought about that too.
Tell me about wholesaling.
You pretty much buy a property and you sell it to another investor for like a very low amount. So say you make like a quick $5,000 or $10,000 on it. That's what I know about wholesaling.
All right, but you don't buy it though. That's the trick to wholesaling. You don't buy it. There's
you're like the middle, like
you're the connector. Yeah, you're the middle person.
Yeah. And then you sell it to another investor.
Right. That's not an easy. The process is like becoming a millionaire or becoming a billionaire. Even better. I heard this before. It's really easy to become a billionaire. All you gotta do is find something that costs $1 and sell it 1 billion times. That's as easy as it is to become a billionaire. The hard part now is, right?
It sounds easy.
Right. It's as easy as that. No, but the hard part, finding the clients, finding something, right? That's the hard part. Or the easy thing, or the way to become a billionaire is to find a problem that 1 billion people have and solve it. You got to solve a big problem to become a billionaire. You don't know a billionaire that solves a small problem. Got to have a big problem. Got to fix a big problem to become a billionaire. But in terms of wholesaling, though, and I say this because there's like gurus. Wholesale is so easy. You don't need any money. All you got to do. Who do you know that you could walk up to right now and say, "Look, let me get your house for a discount price, and I'm gonna sell it to this person for." Who do you know that's ready to buy that house from you? So when people sell that wholesale idea in terms of like they're selling it at a seminar, a lot of times they do that because they're already on top and they make money off the education, not off the wholesale market. I was lucky in wholesale because I already had clients because I was already flipping and I was already wheeling and dealing. So I was able to get properties cheaper and then knock a price off the top so I could sell them faster. I already had the market. So a lot of times I tell people that if they want to try to do wholesale, you could spend some time. But most times it doesn't work out in the first 90 days because you don't have anybody to buy it. Even if you find somebody that's willing to give it to you, you don't have somebody to buy it. And that's where the problem comes in there. But listen, I know you guys are going to continue to, maybe we could do something together. I'm open to that. Like, I need to be in OKC. I need a new market. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to come see out there. There's got to be a part of OKC that's underdeveloped.
It's the part that's underdeveloped, but it's a lot of people tapping into that underdeveloped part at this point right now.
I see. Well, we'll see.
It is.
And that's why it's gotten so hard, because if you were to catch Oklahoma City maybe about 10 years ago, it would have been great, because that's the market that needed to be like where it was. But we're 10 years later, and people have discovered that it's the gym.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So they're digging it up. So now it's no longer like the gym. Now
right.
It's like, or now it's the actual jewel. You know what I'm saying? So now getting into it and finding houses in that space is a little bit harder. Getting into that real estate in those areas is really a lot harder, because people have now realized, something that's probably worth about $10,000 in all actuality, if you look at it, the property's horrible, blah, 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 blah. I can sell this for $35,000 now, because you're going to probably make about $200,000 off of it if you get it in place. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the market in Oklahoma City now, because it's up and coming.
Supply and demand. The demand is up.
Demand is a little bit high, yeah.
Have the demographics changed over the last 10 years because of that? Have you watched that trend?
Yep.
So it's turned over. It's $5 muffins now. Is that the market? Coffee drinkers.
They're not 100% at $5 muffins yet.
All right. Okay. All right.
Now you could probably catch a couple of things that still ain't flipped over yet. A couple of places that haven't flipped over yet. They're not 100% at $5 muffins yet. But give it about another 10 years, we'll be at $5. We'll be at $5 muffins.
You're at $3 coffee right now. You're at $3 coffee. All right. You're at $3 coffee. All right.
What is the name of your book?
Fear. Forget everything and reset.
Okay. And where is it available?
You can get that on F.E.A.Rworkshops.com. You can check us out on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. You can buy them off of any of those platforms. All F.E.A.R, WKSHP, short for workshop.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to get you up on the scene.
I'm sorry?
I was trying to write it down. You said F.E.A.R, W-S-K. What'd you say?
Workshop, WKSHP.
I got it.
All right.
Okay.
So y'all also, I always give a gift. So, but it's 3 of y'all, so we gotta figure out when we get off the camera, we'll talk about that. But somebody's getting the book. The Mocha Tea podcast is getting the book at the very least. If not, like I said, I'll work something out. The book really isn't about making money. The book was about making myself more accessible to people that couldn't cover the consultation fee.
Okay.
And I just lowered the book. The person who helped me put it together, like not put it together, I wrote it, did all that stuff, and I was like, you want to edit it? And then so she did the editing. She was like, you could charge $25 for this book. And I was like, nah, I don't want to charge $25 for the book. It's a book. Why would I charge $20? She was like, you can though. And I was like, all right, cool. I ended up getting my purchase cost cut in half. So when I got my purchase price cut in half, I cut the price in half. So the book I think is like $14, $15. The ebook is $4.95. Like, this is about making it accessible. Like, it's not about trying to become a millionaire off of book sales. That is not the goal. The book is so y'all can have, like, word. Like, he did that, so I could try this. And that's all it's really about, just giving out education and information. And hopefully it motivates somebody.
Okay. Where are your what platform?
What platform?
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Oh,
What was you saying, Dontae?
Oh, I forgot. No, I just want to know, how did you hear about us?
I have an office manager, a social media assistant, and that's her job. Her job is to get me in these conversations, because one thing that I learned early on is you can't do everything great, and there's only 24 hours in a day. And the people who are the most successful, and I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about successful, they spend the bulk of the day doing what they love. So I don't spend time on social media. So Raquel reached out to y'all. If whoever answered it on the podcast, whoever answered the Mocha Tea Instagram or whatever, Raquel reached out to y'all through whatever means that she did, and that's what she does. And her job is to get me as many interviews as possible. Now we had so many of them. Now her job is to do this and to do that and to do this. And we're just, growing exponentially. So so she tells me, do you want to be on this show? Do you not want to be on that show? Because we turn shows down too, just by the way. And I was like, 3 women from OKC. Let me see their page. And I heard some of the content. And I was like, I want to be on this show. I want to be on this show. I want to see where this interview goes. Like, I want to see how it goes. So I don't look at all of them, but I do look at, we look at some. Because, you want to, what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure that you're putting yourself in the right room, too. Like, there was some wild podcasts. So I'm like, I'm not talking to these people. Like, not because there's something wrong with them. It doesn't fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, our audience and our conversation has to match. That's all I'm saying. Like, so, that being said, like, we get turned down, too.
Well, I'm glad you accepted. To be honest, it's definitely been a pleasure.
Same here. Like, the pleasure is mine as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I need y'all listen for real. I want you are my reason to go to OKC.
We got you. Come up.
We got you. I was gonna say, as soon as we finish recording, then we'll go ahead and we'll talk about what it needs to look like. We got our calendars in front of us. We can work through all of that.
Let's do it.
Okay. Is there anywhere where can people get your book at?
Go on the website. I'll repeat it. It's not wrong with repeating it. You go on F.E.A.R workshops with an S.com. You can Google it. Don't go on Amazon and buy it. Don't go on other websites and buy it. Don't pay $25 on Amazon when you could get it directly from me for $15. Don't do it.
Okay, and that's what I was trying to make sure. Like, is it on? So if somebody could go Google it, it's on Amazon.
Yeah, don't go get it from Barnes and Nobles. Don't go get it. And I'm not gonna take it down from there, cause there's like people. Like, I did a podcast in Germany because somebody, like, you know what I'm saying, like, heard about it, cause they bought it. However it came up. Like, I'm not gonna stop people that don't know me to get the book. But if y'all got access, if you're hearing about it through this, don't go give them, and then they give me $1 off the book. You know what I'm saying? Get it for me for half price. Save your money and then let me do what I'm doing with that money and give back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what Amazon's doing with that money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, go directly to the website or hit us up on Instagram or Google us. H.A. Homes, we come up no matter what it is. H.A. Homes or F.E.A.R workshops, Google Hussain Abdullah. I come up pretty easily nowadays. So, yeah, you could definitely find us. F.E.A.R workshops.
Okay. And if somebody was interested in getting you to do a workshop,
F.E.A.R workshops, hit us up, call us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all
Alright.
put the stuff in the link or whatever it is. Like, yeah, you could call the office 254-394-4113. Call the office. If you Google H.A. Homes, it'll come up. You'll see the Colleen office probably. Numbers public. Like, you probably won't get me on the phone like just off the top, just so you know. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm accessible. Like, I'm pretty accessible. Yeah, I wish if it wasn't for COVID, we'd be out there crazy. But I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I've been opposed to it a little bit, but I probably should jump on there. I'll probably start doing Zoom stuff. I just don't like. I'm like a energy guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're in a little thumbnail, you know, you might be the person I really need to be talking to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't see you. You know, and then now you got a terrible interpretation of what I'm doing, and I need to be able to feel the room. You know what I'm saying? So, but maybe I'll give Zoom a try for the right people. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
What would you do it if you could successfully social distance in a space?
Yeah, I was supposed to do something actually next. Like, if you look, scroll through my Instagram, we ain't take it down yet. I was supposed to do something here in Colleen for Black Business Week, and it was supposed to be the event center over here. It was supposed to be a big room, couple hundred people, even socially distanced, 100 people. And then like last minute, they was like, "Oh, we gotta cancel it. You gotta go do something in a restaurant." I was like, "I'm not doing that. Why? Like, I already have so many people coming. Why would I tell all the people that want to come, y'all can't come? Only this select group of people could come. I'd rather just wait, or you reach out to me, and then we talk like that. Like, I don't want to do anything forced. Like, I've been through that. And at my part where I'm at in my career, I'll give you like this. And yeah, if we gotta go, let me know. However it is. Like, but this is what I'm saying. There's people right now that's at a job, hate their job, but they gotta go. There's nothing wrong with that. There is something wrong if you stay at that job you hate for 30 years. I believe personally that there's something wrong with that. I could never do that. But if it's a means to an end, then do what you gotta do. I don't judge people for that. As long as you're giving yourself the same time at home that you're giving the quality at work. Because you gotta do something to get yourself out of that. When I first started in real estate, my goal was to make enough money to walk away from my job. So I did things that I didn't always necessarily love to get that money to walk away. Now that I was able to walk away, my goals changed. Last year we had an amazing year. Now I'm fortunate enough, thankfully, that I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I don't do anything I don't want to do. And that's back to like Raquel. I don't want to answer my own phone, so I don't. I don't wash my own car. Like, anything I don't want to do, I don't do. And that also creates jobs. Like, I don't cut my own grass. I would never cut my own grass. And if you like to cut your grass, that's fine. Some people use it for therapy, but that's not something I like to do. And what I'm saying, what I'm getting to is that we only have a certain amount of hours in the day. So every day you have to maximize your time. People act like tomorrow's promised. Way too much. I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna chill all day. What you do all day? I watch TV all day. You watch TV all day? You ain't do nothing productive. You wasted a day like you got them like that? Nah. You only get about 20,000 days in your life. You over here, there ain't that many days. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, 30,000 days. But anyway, what I'm saying is, man, I don't waste no time. So, like I said, if I'm on your podcast, it's because I wanted to be here and I wanted to have fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not about likes. It's not about, none of this stuff changes my day. None of it. None of it changes my day in terms of like, please get this many likes. So maybe none of that, the book I've already done my work. It's in the book. I put in my years so I could be able to say I could do whatever I want. And I want y'all to all to be able to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about.
We're tapping into that energy this year.
That's
We've
it.
been saying 2021 is our year.
Just start doing stuff, like real talk. And I know we about to wrap up. This is my last message. If there's one thing I take from this, Yo, just start doing stuff. Just start doing stuff. People too often are like, you know what I'm gonna try? I'ma wait. I'ma wait till, and then when this comes through, then I'ma get it together and I'ma start, but I'ma plan, and then what I'm gonna do is when I figure it out, just start doing stuff. Let your kids fall. Cause that's how you learn. You know how much money I spent on business school, what I call business school? You don't learn about flipping by reading books. You learn about flipping by flipping. You lose 10,000,
Right.
and then you make 30 over here, and then you lose 5 over here. And I learned about law by going to court. You go to court, it happens. And you know what I'm saying? Like I learned about tenants by having tenants. I learned about you gotta experience life, and if it's not for you, leave it alone and walk away. And don't try to do 10 things. Don't try to be a tax accountant and try to be your plumber. Pay the plumber. Pay the tax person. If you braid hair, braid hair. You know what I'm saying? Like pay somebody to do what they're good at so you can focus on what you're good at so you can become great, and that's how you take off. When I put everything down and focused my energy on real estate, I quit my job. I didn't quit because I get paid. I retired from education. And again, I'm back in education. I made enough money in real estate so that I could start doing these workshops and stuff and really start doing education again. That's what I hate real estate. If anybody asks, anybody that sees me, I hate real estate. It's so boring. I hate it. But I like being with people and teaching them about it. It's bricks. How much fun is bricks and paint and concrete? Like, that's not fun. I'm not an interior designer.
It's fun watching it come together. That's fun.
Maybe you. And maybe real estate is for you. Real estate is not for me. Education's for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like math.
I can't teach people and talk to people because it's like draining for me.
Hey, to each his own.
Until you get a house with some that has doors that don't fit. And you spending 5 hours trying to put doors on the house.
Yeah, then you got to.
Hella frustrated. She been through that. That's why I'm saying that. Because
Yeah.
she had to do that in her own house. She changing out the doors in her own house.
I pay people for that.
It took her 3 days to get them changed.
I pay people. You'll never get that time back. Let that 3 days be your 3 days to say, hey, pay this dude $60 to do it. Right? Right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Doing
it. And look, so then now to bring it full circle, now you didn't get your cuddle time because he's over there fixing the door.
Right.
Pay somebody so you get your cuddle time in. Nah, man, like, we got to start doing better. And doing better means maximizing our time. And that money, if it's about money, trust me, the money will come. You go ahead and be great at what you want to be great at and actually give back to this whole thing that we got going on here. And that energy will come back. Spend that time with your kids. It's in the book. I got a chapter about my daughter, and the whole chapter about my daughter is about how when I lived in the house with her, I only got like 2 hours a week of quality time with her. Had to drop her to the babysitter, had to drop her, pick her up after school, boom, 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 so I could run around. And now I spend more money, more time with her now as a traveling person. Because I can.
Right.
Let it go. Start doing it. I'm sorry. I get passionate.
You're fine. We appreciate you joining us today.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. And everybody on Facebook, Instagram, we're out. Thank you guys for joining us. We are out. Peace.